Hi, this is Mr. Cornero. We're going to talk about benchmark number 20, adding and subtracting polynomials. Today we're going to write polynomials in standard form. We're going to add them, and we're going to subtract polynomials today. Some of the vocabulary that we're going to talk about today is one, a polynomial. A polynomial is an expression that has many terms. Binomial has 2 terms. A trinomial has 3 terms. And each of the terms are separated by a plus or minus. We're going to talk about a degree of a polynomial. We're going to talk about standard form, which is we always start with the highest degree first, and then we will take a look at what a leading coefficient is. All these terminologies can be looked up in Google. You can ask me for further assistance as well. Welcome back. This is the example 1 for benchmark 20. We're going to identify polynomials. So number 1, we want to determine whether each expression is a polynomial. Remember, a polynomial is many terms. If it is a polynomial, we want to find the degree of that polynomial, and we want to determine whether if it's 1-term monomial, 2-term binomial, or 3-term trinomial. Well, in this first example, we want to identify this polynomial. So the first thing that I noticed that it has 2 terms. So if it has 2 terms, we're going to say that this is going to be a binomial. It's like a bicycle. So you say binomial. Excuse the writing. The second thing we want to go ahead and try to figure out is what's the degree of this binomial. Now, degree is what you want to do is you want to look for the variable. So in this case, there's my variable. And the exponent is going to be your degree. So in this case, your degree is going to be 1. It's going to be the highest one with your variable. So degree is 1. So the 2 things here, yes, it is a polynomial. And you have 2 terms, which is a binomial, and your degree, which is 1. Right? If you have any questions, please let me know. In fact, this is Mr. Cornier. We are going to go ahead and take care of example 1, letter B. And in this particular example, we want to find how many terms. So I'm going to count this off. Here goes my first, second, third term. They all get separated by plus or minuses. So we have 3 terms, which if it's 3 terms, we call this a trinomial. All right, the second thing I want to go ahead and do is what is the leading degree for this polynomial? So we want to look at the highest degree for the leading term. So in this case, this will be, the degree will be 2. So it's a trinomial with 2 degrees. Any questions, let me know, please. Example number 3, 14d plus 19e3 divided by 5d4. In this case, because it has that dividing sign, it's not necessarily split up in terms. We're going to say for this polynomial that it is not a polynomial. Therefore, we don't have the leading degree, and we don't know how many terms. All right, this is our last example for number 1. This example says 26b squared. What type of polynomial is this? So since we only have 1 term, we're going to consider this a monomial. So 1 term little monomial. And the highest degree here goes with the exponent. So my degree is going to be 2. If you have any questions, please let me know. All right, afternoon. We're going to go ahead and state whether 3x squared plus 2y plus z is a polynomial. If it is a polynomial, identify it as a monomial, binomial, or trinomial. Good luck. And if you have any questions, let me know. And welcome back. We're going to state whether 4a squared minus b to the negative 2 is a polynomial. If it is a polynomial, identify it as a monomial, binomial, or trinomial. If you have any questions on letter B, please let me know. Okay, welcome back. We're going to state whether 8 times r minus 5 times s is a polynomial. Again, you're going to identify it as a monomial, binomial, or trinomial. The last one in our lesson, it's going to be stating whether 3y5 is a polynomial. If it is, once again, monomial, binomial, or trinomial. In the last section, this is example 2. We want to write this in standard form. And so write 9x squared plus 3x6 minus 4x in standard form. And you want to identify what the leading coefficient is. So in order to write in standard form, you got to make sure you start with the degree that has the highest exponent. So this will be our first term that we'll set up. And it has to be in order. This is x6. This will be my second term. And this will be my last term. Now I'll set this up looking like this. 3x6. And this is a positive 9. So I'm going to go positive 9x squared. And then we're going to finish this up with minus 4x. Now this is written in standard form. And we want to go ahead and we want to identify the leading coefficient. So the leading coefficient is going to be the one with the next to the highest exponent. So this 3 will be our leading coefficient. Any questions? Please let me know. Thank you. Welcome back. This is example 2. We want to write 12 plus 5y plus 6xy plus 8xy2 in standard form. And we want to identify the leading coefficient. The first thing I want to do in this problem is I want to locate all the degrees of the polynomial. Let's go ahead. This is a degree of 0. This is a degree of 1. This is a degree of 1. And this is a degree of 2. This is letter B. We want to go ahead and write 12 plus 5y plus 6xy plus 8xy squared in standard form. And the first thing that I always do is make sure I find out what the degree of each term is. Since there's 4 terms here, we got to figure out the degree for each one. So in this case, there's no variable x or y. So this is going to be a degree of 0. In this case, there's one variable with an exponent of 1, so this is going to be a degree of 1. In this case, there's an x and a y. They both carry that degree 1, so this is going to be degree 2. And in this last term, there's one exponent here, and there's 2 more. So it gives us a degree of 3. If that's a little confusing again, let me know so I can clarify that for you. So now after you figure out what the degrees are, you want to go ahead and place this in order with the highest degree first. So this one's going to be our first one. 8x, y2. Our next one's going to be degree 2. So that's 6 xy. Third one's going to be 5y. And the last one is going to be the positive 12. So now this is in order from highest degree to the lowest. The leading coefficient is going to be the one with the highest degree, and it's going to be the first number there. So this is going to be our leading coefficient. It's going to be 8. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. This is your chance to work on these problems. You want to write negative 34x plus 9x4 plus 3x7 minus 4x squared in standard form. A, B, C, or D. Good luck. Welcome back. We're going to go ahead and work on letter B. Identify the leading coefficient and write it in standard form. Good luck. Let me know what you think.